Okay, the reason that's venting right now, like it was, is because the bottle system right over here has pressure on it. So we'll spin the bottle like in a dental kind of way, and that will make the noise stop up here. Today we're going to go ahead and cover how to replace a leaky master valve. The master valve is the valve that when you turn the system on and off, it energizes the system. Now, the master valve, when it's turned off, if it has air leaking out of here, then that shows that the valve is bad. This valve always has air pressure going to it on the side, and so when we kink the line, that causes that let's see here. When we kink the line, that causes the air to stop. So in order to replace the valve, what we're going to do is we're going to utilize 3 tools. We're going to use a panel wrench, and then we're going to use a tack puller, and we're going to use a small pin to align the pin if we need it. And actually the 4th tool that we're going to use is called the finger saver. Okay, so we'll set all these things down here. To remove the leaky valve, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the nut backwards using the panel wrench. This is specifically designed so that it will fit inside the delivery unit head, and you can get in there and loosen it. So what I'm going to do is then I'm going to turn the outside nut, and then we're going to release the unit. Now we will, okay, because this is a master valve, we can do this one of 2 ways. We can actually turn it off the floor box, which is recommended, or we can use a set of hemostats, which is actually the 5th tool, to go ahead and isolate it. So we're going to use hemostats to block the air coming in. Then I'm going to use this tool to go ahead and take off the line. Then I'm going to get a DCI part number 7016. This is a 3-way valve. This relieves pressure. The reason you use a 3-way valve is because in the off position, it vents the pressure out. I'm sure actually this is the right. You know, we could have a leak somewhere else, but that's okay. We're just going to go with this because this is step 1. All right, the valve is going to be replaced position for position. So there's that. And then we're going to pull this off. Again, you can use this tack puller to go like that. And now this, we're going to try to keep everything routed similarly to how it was. And that's going to go right in there. Okay, so that turns it on. All right, the bottle system is pressurizing right now, which is normal. And then when we turn it off, you'll hear a venting. Okay, the reason that's venting right now, like it was, is because the bottle system right over here has pressure on it. So we'll spin the bottle like in a dental kind of way, and that will make the noise stop up here. So in order to complete this job, we need to make sure that the orientation of the toggle is correct. The old toggle is here, and each toggle has a way that it wants to go. So that toggle falls that way. So we want to make sure that the toggle defaults away from the position that the top pin pin is. So this one falls up and that one falls down. So that means that this one actually is 180 degrees out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna isolate this again and take our wrench and undo this nut. Now underneath the top nut, there's a pin. And that's where we're gonna utilize this tool. So we're gonna push the pin and the pin's gonna come out. We're gonna leave the tool in place. And then what we're gonna do is, this gets easier with time, but we're gonna hold that toggle in because it's spring loaded. We're gonna rotate it 180 degrees and then visually align the pin. We'll get it started and then we'll just lightly move it around until the pin finds its home and goes inside there. And then we're gonna use the tool to kind of find the other side. And once that pin finds the other side, there we go. And I'm just gonna use my fingernail to kind of make sure that that is fully centered. The pin is fully centered so that the nut will go back on. And so now when we turn it on, off, everything is in the correct position. So that's on, that's off. So we're gonna guide it into the hole. And then there was a nut that came with it. And so I'm gonna take the nut over here and I'm gonna thread the nut on. Okay, like so. And I'm gonna just turn it on until, or turn it until it covers the end of the threads. And then we'll come back on the inside and we'll utilize the panel wrench to go ahead and tighten the secondary nut. And notice that on the inside there is the washer. So you can see it right in there. So the washer actually goes on the inside of the unit as opposed to the outside. This is a little backwards for how traditional hardware goes. But now we have a working unit. We'll tighten this guy back down. Okay, that's pressurizing, and then that is depressurizing. And our final test will be once the bottle pressure is bled, this is quiet.